Hello and welcome to tonight's Get in Tune. I'm Michael Grassi and I got a terrific show for you tonight. Um, Before I bring on my guests, who is the team behind DARKFORM, a new comic on Kickstarter, which looks fantastic and I'm very excited for. Like every Wednesday, I'm going to show you guys, if you're not following the Wiz comic on Facebook or Instagram, you're missing out. Here's today's strip. I'm just going to share quickly the strip here. Hold it up for, it's a quick read, so maybe 30 seconds or so. Oops, hold on. Close out of that. All right, I accidentally opened something. So let's see here. Dylan, hello. I didn't see the Mario movie yet. I'm gonna see, and ASP and Imagination, love the strip. Thank you very much. You know what? Let's not waste any time though. We got a great group of people. They were on the show before. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves just because there's a group tonight. Let's bring on the team behind DARKFORM. Hello, guys.
How are you?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Nice to see you, Mike.
Thanks for having us.
You too. Oh, anytime. You guys know I love your project. Very excited to share the Kickstarter in a moment. Well, we'll wait a few minutes to do that. But yeah. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell everyone about what part of the team you are in DARKFORM.
I guess I'll start. I'm Aníbal Arroyo. I am a artist, inker, sort of editor. I do, pretty much everything behind the scenes on the book. And on this particular book, I'm pretty much heading the project in terms of art direction.
Now, when you say artist, I just want people to know you're not actually the illustrator.
Right,
on the story. You did like the layouts and breakdowns.
Right. I should be more specific. Yeah, I am an artist, but on this particular project, I'm inking. But I do layouts and a lot of the art direction and the behind the scenes stuff. The actual artist, the penciler, if you will, is Junior Mejias, who can make it here tonight. He's he and his dad run a tattoo shop, and he's probably working late tonight, working on the tattoos.
Nice.
So yeah, shout out to you, Junior.
If you want to give their tattoo shop a shout out, if you know it.
I don't know it actually. Yeah, I don't know the name of it. Yeah, later on in the link, maybe if I get the name, I'll tag it and I'll share it. And
absolutely, absolutely. All right, next.
Okay, I'm Mark Saporito. I'm writer, creator of the DARKFORM, and I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that's viewing right now. And let's pass it on to Danny.
I'm Daniel Rossomano. Mark and I have been friends for over 20 years. And I kind of came in. Mark gave me the idea, came in as a producer and kind of backing things. So now we're sharing ideas and, we're doing different things now. So that's my place.
He's also the guy who pays the bills.
So he's the most important one on the team.
Right there, exactly.
So you guys, again, thank you for coming on. I enjoyed talking to you guys the last time. I told you guys when the Kickstarter is ready to go, you are welcome back, and the Kickstarter is up and running. Before we get into the Kickstarter and talk about that, can anyone who wants to give a reminder about how the project came to be and kind of a small little thing about what it's about, because we will talk about that more when we're looking at the Kickstarter.
I'll let Mark take this one. Go ahead, Big Mark.
Okay.
How did everything start?
How did everything start? About 13 years ago, I'm a screenwriter as first. But 13 years ago, I wrote a trilogy of a movie. It was called The Vengeance of Hellfire. Mm-hmm. So what happened was, throughout the years, I perfected it. I dropped a lot of things, put a lot of things in. I met Aníbal, and we started gave me the idea to write a comic.
Yeah.
Another gave me an idea about writing a comic. So that's what I did. I broke everything down. We did everything. I never knew how to write a comic before. My first time, my first try. But we broke everything down, and the rest is history. So,
All right.
But the screenplay too.
Screenplay too. I have a screenplay.
There's a screenplay for a movie already done.
It's
Really
all-
ready to go. Okay, before we really get started, I need to tell you, I was looking at the character today on my lunch hour, getting ready, you know, doing a little prep for the show, and I know you have a screenplay, as you said, ready to go. You have any action figures? I feel I need a dark form figure behind me on my set right now. It totally like I want a statue or something. Just it's just such a cool looking character.
Yes, thanks to Anibal.
Yeah, that can definitely be handled. You know, that can come into reality actually.
What I did was, like I gave Anibal all kinds of ideas, and going back and forth. And so what he did was he came up with the characters. We're going back and forth, and then it all just panned out. It was like he was inside my head, grabbed it, and put it on paper.
That's great. I will say I have been drawing him on and off for the last week or so.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
for fun. And I did share one with Hannibal, and it was almost there. He said, I forgot what his comment on it was.
You sent it to me in the chat, right?
It was in Facebook. Yeah, Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
We were talking. It's just great because
Is it that one?
Yes, I believe
Yeah,
that
right?
was the piece.
Yeah.
I didn't have the helmet right. I know that.
Look.
Yeah. Did you
Nah,
show it
looks
to
pretty
them?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
So, but let's because I know you guys are on a specific time schedule tonight. Don't want to keep you off of it. Let's jump over to the Kickstarter and really actually, you know what? Before we do that, because I do have issues being on a Mac and showing videos with sound, I actually have your sound in my software. I mean, your video in my software. So we're gonna play the video first, and it's gonna it should play perfectly without any issues.
Okay.
Dr. Kevin Colfax, physician, scientist, searching for a way to cure his ailing son from a rare form of cancer. The disease confines the young boy to a wheelchair while slowly eating away at him. One day, the cure is found, but the formula ends up in the wrong hands. And now, a new evil is born. Driven mad by anger and outrage, he calls himself Hellfire. His only intent being taking over the world and destroying mankind in the process. Only one man stands in his way. He is a mysterious figure who rises up from the shadows, known only as the Darkform. Will he be strong enough to defeat Hellfire and save humanity? Find out in the exciting new series, The Darkform, brought to you by MDM Studios.
Dude, I just love that video. It is nice. The beginning always reminds me of the opening of The Incredible Hulk, though. Like
That's exactly what I was going. It's like in my head. That's my homage to that, the Bill Bixby Lou Ferrigno series.
Yeah.
We were actually going to use the music, but I was like, that might be, they might come after us when I copyright it. Yeah, my guy who put it together, his name is Omar Solis. He's a videographer. He did the edits. He put the music. He put an original music score. He definitely told me maybe you should go with an original soundtrack for it. So yeah, that's what we ended up doing. Shout out to you, Omar.
That was great.
It was awesome.
Okay, let's get this Kickstarter shown. Here we go. Now this launched last night, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were on Catch the Craze
Yeah.
last night doing this, and you already surpassed half your pledge goal. So congratulations on that.
Yeah,
that is
thank
awesome.
you.
You know, let's take a look. So this is a scene from the cover.
Yeah.
Really loving.
Were
you the colorist? I forgot.
No, we hired a colorist out from the Philippines. Shout out to Lance Catan. That's his last name, Lance Catan. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But Mike, on the actual Kickstarter, we don't have much up there yet. It's gonna be kind of plain.
Okay.
As I'm putting stuff up there, so you'll probably see that image a lot in the trailer.
That's fine.
Just so you know. Yep.
So, well, I mean, but you have your pledges, so we can go through that. So you basically
are up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
tiers and all that stuff.
everything that was basically said in the video was right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's take a look. Let's go to our pledges right here on the side. So, okay, these are just the basic pledges. So $5, we get a digital copy.
Correct.
How many pages is the book?
24.
24. Okay.
24 pages.
Definitely good. Okay. I like that. That's enough for because the video said it was a series. So how many issues are you planning with this?
Well, when we have, we're going to work on the second series now, second book. Then we have a third one. I have a third script already.
So
Okay.
the initial release will be a trilogy. Basically.
It's going to be a trilogy.
Okay, so 3 issues right now.
But the second issue is written already.
It's all written already.
Mm-hmm.
Just
working on 3.
Working on 3. I have it already. They're all ready though. They're just for the visuals.
Is that ASAP?
Yeah. Looks like it does. He
What's
does.
up, Paul?
So the DARKFORM. Hard copy is $15.
Yeah.
Good price. $25. You get an autograph version plus promotional stickers plus pinups. Nice. Loving that. I wish I could see like the artwork and stuff of what some of this stuff was.
I actually have like for the purpose of just filling in. I actually have the artwork here. I thought I sent you some stuff on the messenger, but maybe I didn't.
I don't remember. No, you only sent me the link. Let me give you the page. Yeah.
I can kind of do this.
Yeah.
As you do that, here's some of the interior art.
Oh, God,
and
I love the surgeon right there in that corner.
Isn't that a great shot? Look at that.
Oh no, not that. Move over just. Yeah, that panel with the surgeon, the light above.
Right. That one right there, right?
Yeah, totally imagine the colors in there and how the lighting affected. Oh, that's cool.
Let me actually get the book. I have the color book here. I'll show you the book. Hang on.
Wow, man.
Show them the page.
The page, yeah.
Excuse me, guys.
Easier to see too.
There we go.
A little more.
There it is.
Very nice. Yeah.
I'm mixing it up. You see
No,
it?
I got it. I can see it. Yeah. Just how I imagine. I love the shadows, everything.
Such a cool angle, right?
Yeah, that is nice. And he's got the what's that, defibrillator in his hand.
Yep.
Oh wow. All right, let's not spoil the story.
Yeah, no, we don't want to give too much away. We don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, don't give too much. But dude, I mean, you know me, I'm gonna geek out over art anytime. So it's just how I am. Is there any more art you want to show at the moment before I go back?
Yeah, actually, if you go into one of the tiers, I think it's the one for $250. That one gets you original artwork in its inked stages.
Oh, so nice.
Someone, one of my good friends actually was kind enough to actually pledge to that tier yesterday. So he's going to be the proud owner of one of these beautifully inked pages by yours truly with pencils by my good buddy Junior Mejias.
Is this by the way, do they get to pick? Do you pick it? How is it?
You know what? That's a good question. I haven't decided that. I guess they can pick. It doesn't. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. He can have a choice as to which page he would like. That doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
With the pencils, Junior's very particular about his pencils. It took me a while to convince him to give them up. Yeah, he still wants to keep 3 pages that he just is not letting go of.
I
and
get
they're
that.
really good pages. Yeah. So I still have choice of the other 15. So yeah, that that'll work out. So for the inked pages, I put up 5 as the quantity for the tier. So one is out. So there's 4 left. And then for the pencil pages, there's 3. So for $350, you get the pencil, the original actual artwork that I inked over, plus everything in the previous tier, which is the one for $250. So it's a steal.
Nice. Let's go check out the Kickstarter some more. Where's my mouse? Sorry. I don't want to remove yet. There we go. So now we're looking at 50 or more, the deluxe signed edition. Get everything full color. Get the comic full color with everything from the previous tiers, including autographs, plus black and white behind the scene edition with exclusive original art included, plus a 15 by 17 tote bag to carry all your goods in. Awesome. Did I miss? I might have missed saying something because you. Oh no. Sorry, I read it wrong.
Yeah, it goes from 25 to 50.
Yeah, no. I'm talking. I was reading the description wrong. That's my fault.
Okay.
I apologize for that. But yeah, now sip and read with exclusive coffee mug.
Michael, let me go back to that tier. With that one is where we introduce what I call, and I didn't word it that way in the description, but it's actually called the director's cut of the book, which is going to be a black and white version of the pages, the color pages. So you get to see the ink pages in the story in black and white.
Yeah.
In addition to that, you're going to get all our bios, character designs, all the behind the scenes stuff. So think of it as if you were like a DVD with the director's cut. You get all the special edition stuff. All of that will be included in that second book. And I decided to make it a smaller size, like a manga kind of size. I thought it was just a cool thing to do. So that's included with that tier, the $50 tier.
The $50, that's what I was going back for. Dude, that sounds amazing.
It's so cool, man. I'm putting it together now, and George is gonna do all the technical digital stuff on it. It's gonna be badass.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome. And then this one is
the tote bag that comes with it is you're gonna fill all the DARKFORM issues that we have in that tote bag.
Awesome.
for decades to come.
No, listen, I'm already hooked on this story here. I'm
a fan. I'm sure you are as well, Mike. I'm a fan of behind the scenes stuff. I got like the box sets of DVDs with all the extras and all that. I love all that stuff. There's got to be more people like that, like myself, out there. So,
I think if you're a creative, you're one of those people.
Right.
I can't show, but my closet literally has like 500 DVDs on the shelf. And I rarely go in to look at them these days, but that was the reason I have so many DVDs. Right. And a lot of my books that I have in my studio here, I mean, I'd have to get up, are like the art of books. Art of Disney, art, and like different movies or art of Blue Sky, art of Blizzard.
They can attest to right now. If I would have turned the camera on, everything you're talking about is all here in my man cave. The books, the DVDs. I have like shelves full of stuff over here.
It's loaded.
Well, you got to give us a better tour when you do your videos. Then how you always. I love how you start your videos. By the way, this is a little sidetrack. When you show his live videos, he has from I think it's PalCon his nameplate, like for his table. It has his name, and he just starts with that. And I just think that is that's awesome. I like the way you set that up. You have like your own little intro. I love it. I'm gonna have to steal something like that one day.
Everybody got to have a gimmick, right?
Yeah. So this is where you get to the 250 or more, where you can get the original art that we already spoke about. This is nice stuff here. And then this is the Super Duper Collector. Right. I love that title. For $350, get everything mentioned on the previous tier plus actual authentic pencil art. Oh, that's the one where you're convincing you.
I had to twist his arm a little on that. When he was like, "No, I can't separate from my pencil. I'll give you copies." I'm like, "No." I said, "Think it over." I let him think it over, and then he came back to me. He was like, "Okay, I'm cool with it, except for these 3 pages. I'm not giving these up." I'm like, "All right, cool. I can work with that."
Yeah. Hey, listen, it happens. You get very attached to your art.
I totally get it.
Yeah, but the more you do, the less you care, I think. I
Hey,
gotta
Mike,
be honest.
I've done sketch cards that I didn't want to part with that I actually hid from the public. One time, listen to this. One time at a convention, one guy was looking through it, and I accidentally left it in the wrong portfolio. He saw it and he wanted it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And he talked me. Obviously, money talks. So he offered me enough money where I was like, "Okay, I could always draw it again." But I really didn't want to sell it.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
It happens, dude. It happens.
It's like you said, though. The more you do it, the more you're willing to just part with it.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
yeah. What I've learned, I've been doing comics since I was 21, but I've been doing art professionally since I was 18. So we're going back to 94. This is what I've learned as an artist. You're never done with your work,
right?
But you got to know when to stop.
Absolutely.
And you got to know when to get rid of it. Especially when you're doing traditional art, I'm mostly digital these days because it's better for business. But traditionally, you can't store all this stuff. Just let it go. If people want it, give it to them, and they'll enjoy it. You're just going to hide it in a closet in a drawer or something.
That's
and
so true.
Let somebody enjoy it, and
you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, looking at the art that I've seen so far, because I haven't seen the whole book, but everything that I've seen, like, I'm really enjoying the work. I actually have I can't get it, but I have a large portfolio that I just keep artwork in. Because I don't have room. You can see on my walls, I don't have enough. Actually, you guys can't see it on the screen right now, but you guys know what my studio looks like. I switch it up every now and then, and I go into that portfolio, I pull art in and out, and that's something like if I had a piece of this, I would be looking at, and every now and then, and maybe it would be spend some time in my 11 by 17 section. Because that's what you're drawing on, right? 11 by 17?
Yeah. Using a classic 11 by 17 comic book boards. I scan those in, and then I send the inks to my colorist, and then he bangs it out and sends it back to me, and then I send that to George to get lettered. But it all starts with Junior. Junior's and his pencils. He sends those to me, and I print those out in blue line, and then I ink over that. It's crazy. I print those out, I ink, and then I rescan. It's such a process when you do it that way, but I think it's worth it just to have that original physical artwork for sale and collectors. You know what I mean?
Well, shout out to Junior.
Absolutely. Shout out to Junior. Shout out to Junior.
Well, what I will say is, I've worked, in a, what's the word I'm looking for? I've worked for a couple of comic companies, and when I was a production artist for one of them, when the work came in from the artists, and this is not back before scanners, but before computers were mainstream in, they were just kind of coming into, I guess, doing work in the industry, like more and more.
Right.
And my job would be, I would get the work and I would photocopy it, from the penciler.
Yeah.
Then I would prep it to be mailed out to the originals to be mailed out to the inker to ink the book. Now, the reason we had the pencils, and this happened on occasion, the inker may have messed up or did something, bottle of ink spilled or whatever. We had a copy that you can lightbox and trace over.
Right.
And I've done that for a couple of panels or pages.
Right.
I won't go into it, but I won't because I don't want to name the company and stuff. But man, it's working your method, even though you're scanning it, it's still a very smart way to work.
Yeah.
Because God forbid the inks do get messed up.
Right.
You have your backup
Absolutely.
pencils, then you have the inks, and
that even actually carries over when I work digitally. I'm sure you probably do this too. When I'm about to color a digital piece, I'll make a copy of that and keep that in the background and start coloring the copy of that, just in case, like, if I don't like what I'm doing, I can go back to the original and duplicate that and do it as many times. You know what I mean? So it still carries over even from when you do it the physical way.
Yeah, I do it that way too. And I do and I actually always duplicate my ink layer just in case I screw it up.
Right.
I don't have to go back and find the old work. I can be like, okay, it's
you're doing it. Yeah, I forget. You do everything digitally, right? Even your inks and all. Yeah, I forget about that.
I prefer to do it traditionally. I just the scheduling,
I get it. Yeah, when you're in the business of actually producing comics in a timely manner, digital is the way to go.
Yeah.
If you can do it that way, I definitely highly recommend that. Yep.
Yeah, you know, the Wiz itself is all digital right now. And I remember George was on the show, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I think, and he asked me, how do I feel about not having like physical work? And when I spoke to him, I said, it doesn't really bother me too much. But the more and more I sit here and think about it, I'm like, I want to buy a scanner just so I can start redoing it traditionally. You know, I miss it, but I'm like, where am I going to store it?
They also have scanner app. I mean, it kind of does, you know, like I was in school, like some of the students, if they couldn't afford like a real scanner, the professor would suggest download this scanner app, you know, keep your phone still and take a pic. It's not, you know, you can work it in Photoshop. It doesn't work as good as a scanned.
No, I know.
But you know, it's doable.
No, I know. I've done that before, but hold on. I just was gonna.
Mike, there's nothing like traditional artwork, man.
Listen, I love it. I just the other day on my arm, I had 2 black ink marks from doing work. It just disappeared like 2 days ago. It just was taken forever, and I'm like, I looked at it and I was happy that it was there because I haven't gotten dirty with my work in a while. Sorry, I'm just looking.
Dirty with it.
I love it.
That's right.
I love that stuff. Anyway, I wanted to show I was just loading it up. I forgot to load up before the show. I wanted to show the Instagram to show the audience a little bit more artwork.
Sure.
So we could talk about any piece that's on there. We could, I could show things. I won't show the video. But, you know, let me just click on here. And if you want to talk about it or just say, go on.
That's
Mark.
That's Kevin. That's Kevin Koufax.
Mm-hmm.
He's a scientist. And Dax is also his friend. Dax are both scientists,
and
friends, good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes the formula. He takes a little bit of formula to see how it makes his body to test it out.
Yeah.
So then, what happens here? This is in the beginning. He gets like enraged, like, you know what I'm saying. And he comes down. Then they go to the bordello. There's a bordello that they go to. They frequent, and that's he has a child. This guy has a child. Kevin has a child that's dire need of medical attention. He's terminal cancer, and that's where the story begins. So that's the first picture. He's trying it out, but for the military, actually, like the beginning it's not in the dark form, but it's in the Vengeance of Hellfire. It's they're testing it out for the military experiment.
Okay. Michael, you could show us the picture of the kid in the wheelchair too. The kid in the wheelchair. Yeah, this is
Kevin Koufax.
The character sheet I did. It's on there.
It's on there.
Yep. Whoops, that's wrong one.
That's me.
There you are.
How are you?
The creator.
That's me in my little work studio there.
I was going to say, it's a nice office. I like it.
Yeah, it's a little. My wife put me in there. She shoved me in the corner there. She says, "Stay there." So I have to write. This is Eric Koufax. This is this child. He becomes the dark form.
Okay.
Because he's in dire need. He has a terminal cancer, like I mentioned, and there's a choice he has to make. The father has to make a choice whether to go with the original plan for the military, or give the serum that him and his friend Dax are working on, and he takes his part of the Kevin takes his part of the serum and gives it to his son, so he cures him. So then
we won't talk anymore.
I won't say
it.
Yeah, let's.
Nobody's gonna read it.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't spoil it.
He gave a lot away right there.
I don't
but you guys get this, right, Mike?
Absolutely.
Wait till you see it, though.
That's
Kevin.
That's
Kevin.
That was Kevin.
That's a scientist. You'll see a lot of him. You'll see some of him.
Yeah, and this is when you were on before. Here's
an
the
evil.
There's me rocking out the heavy metal
hair,
music.
Yeah,
no, loving this picture. You're Wolverine.
Yeah. I told her I
And
showed
there's
her.
our autograph section
There's
too.
our autograph. There you
Oh
go.
man, what a beast!
Look at that, man. I introduced Anibal to a couple of songs,
Yeah.
heavy metal
Yeah.
songs, because
Some, like,
when
hardcore stuff.
I
man.
write, I need like music. I need a lot of
Yeah.
music, and depending on what segment I'm working on with my writing, but I showed him I sent him heavy metal, so he came back with this. I was dying laughing on the floor. Oh, God. Look at this! I don't want this guy showing up on my house. It's a great
Next.
picture. It's a great
Next.
picture. It's a great
And
picture.
wait, hold on. I just want to say I love your Lou Ferrigno signature in the back.
That's in that picture. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That was at a Big Apple Comic Con. I got that years ago, man. Man.
Can I tell you? Oh, hold on. First, let's go to this comment here.
Envious of Aniva's majestic man. Oh
Look at that, man.
It's an illusion, man.
Yeah.
My hair is thinning, man. It just looks good in that picture. It looks very thick in that picture, but it's an illusion. But thanks.
I just wanted to say about the Big Apple Con, and this is back when it was in the church basement.
Yes.
I was doing that show almost so regularly that I met Lou Ferrigno. I couldn't tell you how many times. We even became kind of friendly. I don't know if he'd remember me to this day, because we're talking like mid to late, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
And the one thing I never got from Lou was an autograph. And all the times that I saw him, all the times that I chatted with, and I've had some great conversations with him, I never got an autograph from him.
Well, and it's different if you're just kicking it like that. It's just two guys talking, right? It's just kind of, you're in the moment. You're not just gonna be, hey, Lou, by the way, can you sign? You know what I mean? It's just it just seems out of place to do it that way. But yeah, man, I went for mine as soon as I saw him in there.
Yeah, wow. These are great. I love this. I remember this one you showing me. Just the staircase as an artist.
That's the bordello.
That's the bordello there.
Yeah.
That's the bordello. That's Alicia. She's the madam of the bordello.
Okay.
Kevin has a relationship with her, and that's their son. Eric is their son, their sickly son.
Yeah.
Well, this is that segment.
So she's the mother of DARKFORM.
That's the mother of the DARKFORM. Yes.
Yeah. And this is a great panel right here. I love the angle you got. That's a hard angle to draw.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, Junior penciled it. I laid it out, but yeah, we worked on it together.
That's Hellfire.
Yeah, hold on.
That's the main bad boy right there.
Right
Yeah.
You're never going to see nothing like this ever again, because this is hardcore.
Yeah. So is there more than one image under here? Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm loving this stuff.
I have the character sheet for him in there.
That was the beginning.
Yeah.
That was right
That
in
was
the beginning.
back
That's what that was back
2016.
2016.
2016, yeah.
And Nebel, we were going back and forth,
Yeah.
and we were coming up with ideas, and
Right.
Nebel sent
Me
this
and Mark
to me.
go way back.
We go way back.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow. I'm just really digging the art.
Thank you.
The story is, I can't go into it a lot, but the story is going to blow people's minds when you see it. It's
Whoops. Hold on. Oh, this is the team one here. Okay.
That's
the
something we don't want to tell you about. What's gonna happen after he goes in that? There's a cabin. He goes in the back door of the cabin. I don't want to give it away, but
don't give anything away, man. I am ready. Look, dude, I am ready for my copy here. Yeah, I remember talking about this piece here coming in last time, dude. These things are just so great. I mean,
isn't that a great scene right there?
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, that's one of the pages, the pencil pages Junior doesn't want to give up. The one with the cabin, he's like, I'm keeping that.
That is.
Well, as I will say, as someone who hates perspective, anyone who draws a cabin that well should save it just to have proof that they drew it that well.
Right.
That's my
There's a lot
thing.
of cypress trees back there.
Need a couple alligators in there.
It's so eerie. It's the story
all out on
blow
that
your
thing.
mind.
Yeah. This is great stuff. And so many good things. So many good things. I I don't even know what to ask right now. I'm just so excited for you guys.
We got the autograph art up on that. We're all of us around the table. That's when we were autographing the
Well,
books.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that.
A picture of all four of us at the
Is
table.
there another? Is there a cleaner picture where I didn't
That's
cover
one
you up?
too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
That's the night we autographed all the books.
Nice.
Let me tell you really quick, Mike. I'm actually, for the director's cut, I'm redoing. It's gonna have an alternate cover. It's basically gonna be the kind of the complement to Junior's cover, and what I mean by that is it's gonna have, instead of the main character, the dark form here, it'll have the villain there, and the hero will be in the back. So it'll be the reverse of this. And I did the thumbs for it yesterday. Here's a quick little. I don't know.
Oh, let me get. Hold on. I got to give you the screen.
Yeah. So you guys get an idea of what the director's cut
nice.
cover. I flipped it, so you see where the dark form is. I have the villain Hellfire, and I have where the villain is in the color copy. I have the good guy. So it's basically going to be the reverse of this. So it'll be a nice little set. When you get the first book, you'll have the second cover, as to make the set. So
Nice.
that's the thought process behind that.
Dude, I love it. I love it. I'm a fan of your work. So
Thank you.
He's stellar, man.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
Wow. I mean, and this is just. I'm super excited for you guys here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
I mean, first of all, the not just the comic fan in me, but the what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Maybe it's the educator. I just love seeing people going off and doing their own thing and actually bringing it to life, and doing everything they need to do. That's one of the reasons I love doing this show, is I get to talk to people who are bringing projects to life. It's just great. But to see you guys pursuing this,
we're a team, man. We're like brothers from another mother.
Well, that's the thing. You guys found you found your what's the word I'm looking for? Your group that works well together.
I know Danny for 30 plus years now. We're workers. We work together in maintenance. We're maintenance men at a senior facility.
Yeah,
we do maintenance and everything, and it's the history is all there, man. Yeah. We're like a team. And Enable, my man.
No, it's right. You guys, it's hard to find someone you work well with.
And trust too.
Trust.
That's a big thing, because people, you can't trust a lot of people today, and
well, we're like family now.
We're like family now, man.
We are family.
Been there, done that, Mike. I know what you mean.
We invaded Enable's house now. We came in. We just walk in now, and his wife's like, "Please get these guys out of our house, please." We're like family. They're great.
But that's great. I'm thrilled to hear that. Yeah, man. I don't know what else to ask right now, because your project looks great. Your story sounds amazing. I just want to get a copy. Like, I gotta figure out which tier I belong to now. That's my thing, is what am I going to belong to? Because this just.
And I want to stress, if I can, Mike, this is like I said, it's a movie. It's devised from a movie trilogy.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there that wants to make a movie, I have it's already written. It's all down. So with the dark form and everything surrounding it, it's going to be a huge.
Let me ask you just about the film then.
Yes.
Have you thought about going at it on your own and doing an independent film, or?
Yeah, but I think it's like the scale I like to do it at. It wouldn't be an independent film. It wouldn't grab onto it. I have other works.
We could try it.
I could try it, but I have other works that are like less. For less money, I could make it for less money and do a great job. But I figured a dark form is something, and I could be wrong, but it's just I feel like it's a stellar. It could be a stellar project if it's done the right way. If it comes out of my head the way the way I feel, like the way I visualize it, just like Aníbal did with the characters in this book. In my head, I have them, and I need to do it. It has to be done the right way. You know what I'm saying?
I completely understand.
Done the right way, I think it's going to be a blockbuster.
Yeah,
it's definitely a blockbuster because I was going over with
action
Danny,
movie,
and I drive Danny nuts because every time I do this, I don't want to give it away, but I do like certain things, and Danny's like, "Man, Mark, you got to calm down."
But it's a good sci-fi drama.
Good sci-fi drama. And it's scary. It's very scary. It's intense. Like when you see the story, it's not like for the faint-hearted. You know what I'm saying? It's very. It's a powerful, completely in your face movie and book. You'll see the upcoming issues with this book. When you read this issue, you'll know where it's going immediately, where we're taking it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get that. I will say this though, just about comic books that get turned into movies. I prefer them. Just this is my preference to be turned into a TV series over a over
I was
a
thinking
film.
the same thing.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That's an option. I mean, I could go with that.
Yeah.
Because I just know, like, for me, comics are a serial format, like a serial storytelling format, and to have it in a movie, you don't get enough character development, in my opinion, all that stuff. So a TV series, is something is my preference. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Another thing I want to stress: it's not for it's not like a children's comic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a mature audience. That's what I want to stress too. Like parents watching and they want to buy it for their children. It's mainly for 18 and older.
Okay, so R rating on the comic. That's fine.
For language.
Yes, language. And
that's fine. I don't know. Well, I don't want to go into a whole crazy lecture of mine here. Annabelle knows this. But I always have an issue every time I watch a comic book movie and the hero curses, I get upset. But that's because I don't need the superheroes I grew up on cursing, because I'm supposed to want to emulate them. I'm supposed to want they're supposed to make me want to be better, So if I'm a guy who curses, I've got a bad mouth. I don't do it on the show, but I got a really bad mouth outside of my show here, and I don't want to see my superheroes there. But if I know I'm going into a story and I see that it's an R-rated story or whatever, I know what to expect. I'm not opposed to those characters doing it because that's what it's meant for,
Right. That's the beauty of something like this, though, Michael. This is more. He's the anti-hero. There's a room in this world now for the anti-hero, where what you're gonna expect. Yeah. This is gonna be a guy that drops F-bombs and does.
He's a normal guy.
He's not your clean cut, guy next door Superman type. You know what you're getting into. But I understand your point very clearly.
Yeah.
And to piggyback on what you said before about comics going into movies, it's pretty damn difficult to get 40 years worth of comic history in 2 hours. You're only going to get a highlights reel of the character. And like you mentioned, the character development won't be there. So certain characters definitely deserve a series or a serialized format of storytelling in live action. I totally agree with you there.
Yes.
Not to say I don't enjoy a good superhero movie with a lot of ones that have come out, but I definitely see your point on that.
Yeah. Oh, I can complain about a lot of the movies that came out.
I'll always have a complaint. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I still haven't seen Wakanda Forever. I still haven't seen the new Ant-Man movie. No interest. I haven't watched
the stream if it's not already streaming. Don't. I
haven't watched the new season of Mandalorian yet. Like, I'm behind on everything because I just don't have an interest in it.
Put that out there. Don't bother with season 3. It's a letdown for the first 2 seasons. Seriously, I sat through. I'm not done with it yet, but I don't want to get into specifics, but I don't know if it's the writing, the acting, or the repetitiveness of it. It seems like it's repeating itself already. Like some of the plot points are being repeated from what happened in season 1. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not too happy with it, but that's a whole other episode. I want to like get too deep into
yeah,
that.
we'll talk another time about that.
Yeah.
We could talk off the air. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, no. Listen, like I said, I'm excited for this. I like that. I know going into it not to expect the clean cut Superman that I have
clean cut at all. And
behind me
sorry
here.
if it offends anybody, but you know.
No, it's fine. I think there's a market for all books.
Mm-hmm.
I think as long as you target your audience properly, you're going to sell your books. That's just how I feel. I mean, this is a business, and we just got to know our audience. I personally don't do. See, this is the thing. Everyone thinks because I do kid-friendly stuff and family-friendly, everyone thinks I don't care about the darker, side of stories. It's no, it's if I'm doing a superhero, I want them to be, like I said, good. If I'm doing, if it's a darker thing, then I'm fine with that. It's all good. I think
fair. I'm the same way. I like a lot of different genres, but I'm more partial to certain things. I'm more partial to the darker, edgier stuff. Whereas you could say you're more partial to the the lighthearted stuff, but you are a fan of the encompassing environment, as am I.
Exactly.
I write comedies. I like sketch comedies too. Like like I'll be fun and laughing and joke, and then this will come along, and then I'll stop doing that and I'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, George?
George says, he says, what did I miss? What's up, fellas? Sorry. I'm like, you missed the entire show. That's what you did.
Getting on here on time. Like yesterday.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, man.
Hold on. You know what I didn't do that I really wanted to do? Wanted to drop the Kickstarter link into the audience so they could back you guys.
That's what we're here for. Yep.
Yeah, I want you guys get some cash. And where the heck?
Fashionably late. That's what I thought yesterday too.
The one thing I do want to say, just touching upon this, and it's not about your book per se. And by the way, I'm dropping the link in the comments. You were mentioning how you're into the darker side of things. I kind of have a little bit more lighter side. Right. I'm a huge Superman fan. Yesterday was Superman's 85th birthday, technically.
Yeah, Superman Day,
it was, in 1938, Action Comics #1 hit the newsstands, even though the date reads June, April 18th. 1938, Superman came out. And I actually, and this is the thing I'm just getting to. Superman since the 90s has gotten darker and darker and darker.
Oh, yes. Pretty much everything has, man. I would say all across the board. There's darkness in a lot of these characters now. I was going to say, look at my screensaver, dude.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
I'm a Superman fan. I love Superman.
That's awesome. I love it.
That's what I was going with, just it's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it real. So like when people see it or read it, they're like, this could actually happen. That was that's my focus with my movies and the books and that's what I'm going with. So it gives.
No, that's great.
I see the Kickstarter up. Thanks, Mike. I see it up there now.
You see it up there now?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, you guys make sure you go and back this project here. I will be. I just don't know my tier at the moment. We got 28 days left, but it looks like in 24 hours you reached more than half your goal. So that is fantastic.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I think that is amazing. Truly. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up in a moment here, but man, I truly do wish you guys the best of luck with this project.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
The art is fantastic. Oh, we got a question from George before we wrap up. Who is your favorite Superman actor, guys?
Oh man,
I like
wow.
What's his name? The newer one. What's his name?
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Henry Cavill. He was good.
Like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
this is
when I think of Superman, I think Christopher Reeve. His face just comes to my mind.
Yeah.
When I close my eyes, I just see him.
I like him too.
I can't.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, I can't erase him from my mind.
Yeah.
He's absolute favorite.
Here will
Reeves.
He said,
Somebody
oh,
said
he
Reeves
says
as well.
someone said Reeves. Okay,
Yeah.
no.
That's
I'm going to give you my thing, and everyone's going to hate me so much
Uh-oh.
right now. I am such a diehard Superman. I don't have a specific actor that I can say, because I watched the Kirk Allen stuff when I was a kid. I watched the George Reeves. I watched the Christopher Reeves. I watched the Dean Cain. I watched Superboy with John Newton. Then it was Gerard Christopher. You know, I've watched the Henry Cavill and the new one. What's his name? Tyler Hoechlin. And
Yeah.
there's something about each one that I like and things I dislike about each one.
Gotcha.
I will say I've never liked the Chris Reeve goofiness of Clark. Never liked that. I liked it when Clark was a hard-hitting reporter as well. But the one thing I will say is I like that Chris Reeve was a smiling Superman, Kirk Allen, all those that came. Anyone who came, Brandon Roth, forgot about him. Anybody who came before Henry Cavill and Tyler Hoechlin, those were the last smiling Superman we had was Brandon Roth in the theaters, and Dean Cain on television. So
I agree
for
with
me,
that.
I try not to pick the two new ones, although I do enjoy the new TV series a bit. I enjoy that. And Dylan asks, we'll have to answer this one. Anybody, what's your favorite cartoon character?
Oh my God!
Man.
I think Tom and Jerry for me.
It's funny. I was thinking of
Tom
them
and Jerry.
too.
Tom and Jerry were
They're
funny.
so funny, right?
They were great.
Yeah.
I love them. I grew up with them.
I like Speed Racer.
Speed Racer, nice. I'm partial to Ricochet Rabbit, but I don't know if he's my favorite. He's the one that always kind of is my go-to. Him, like Magilla Gorilla and stuff like that.
I mess with my nephew. I do what's the rooster's name?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn. He cracks me up, man. Just his voice, his mannerisms, he cracks me up.
Yeah. Ray's favorite character is Darkform.
Darkform. Yeah, Ray.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
We were on Ray's show. Remember?
Yes.
That weeks ago.
Yeah. You guys.
Thank you, Ray.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for that. We're gonna wrap it up here. We're not gonna take any more questions from the audience.
Before we wrap it up, we want to say thank you to everybody.
Thank you to everyone for supporting us.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mike, for having us on your show.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Thank you, everyone.
man.
Thank you to our supporters, our fans.
Our fans.
Thank you very much for your
There's
support.
so much coming to this project. You're gonna see.
We have a lot of fans. We're not going to let you down.
Never let you down, man. That's one thing I don't do.
We won't let you down.
I appreciate that, man. You guys
We have
are
a lot of
awesome.
fans. And our favorite fan, our biggest fan, Mila, my granddaughter.
Yes.
We love you.
Mila,
She's a big fan. Mila, we the ones.
We the ones. My children. I have 6 children. Tara, Dean, Mark, Dante, Ava, and Haley. Love yous. Yous are my inspiration. Trust me. And my wife, Allison, too. She helps me out.
I can't forget the wife.
Can't forget the
You
wife.
never forget the wife.
I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight. I'll be sleeping on the couch if I did that.
All right, guys. I'm going to drop you backstage. I really appreciate
Thanks
you
for
guys.
having us, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Michael.
Anytime, you guys are welcome back anytime.
Always a
God bless
pleasure.
you. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks,
Matt.
buddy.
Okay.
All right, guys. So that was the team of Darkform. What do we got here? Sorry, I was just looking at some comments. So yeah, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Next week I got a really cool guest, but remember the link is in the comments to go and back the Darkform. It is a great comic. Remember, it's not for kids, just in case you were thinking that, but it is. Everything that I've seen has got me super excited about this book. There will be a backing moment for me. I'm not sure which tier yet. There's so many things that are awesome about the tiers. But yeah, no, these guys are great. And you can see just how they interact together, that their project is going to be awesome. Because if they work like they interact, you know it's going to be a great project. These guys are awesome. So I will see you guys next week. I got a new guest. Make sure to follow the Wiz Comic on both Facebook and or Instagram, wherever you guys go. But yeah, I will see you guys soon. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. All right. Bye, guys.